Welcome, and in this video we are going to discuss the shared memory systems in the inter-process communication. Inter-process communication using shared memory requires communicating processes to establish a region of shared memory which is typically resides in the address space of the process creating the shared memory segment. Other processes that wish to communicate using this shared memory segment must attach it to their address space. Recall that normally the operating system tries to prevent one process from accessing another process memory. Shared memory requires that two or more processes agree to remove this restriction. They can then exchange information by reading and writing data in the shared areas. The form of the data and the location are determined by these processes and are not under the operating system's control. The processes are also responsible for ensuring that they are not writing to the same location simultaneously. Let's consider the producer-consumer problem to illustrate the concept of cooperating processes, which is a common paradigm for cooperating processes. A producer process produces information that is consumed by a consumer process. For example, a compiler may produce assembly code which is consumed by an assembler. The assembler in turn may produce object module which are consumed by the loader. The producer-consumer problem also provides a useful metaphor for the client-server paradigm. We generally think of a server as a producer and a client as a consumer. One solution to the producer-consumer problem uses shared memory. To allow producers and consumer processes to run concurrently, we must have available a buffer of items that can be filled by the producer and emptied by the consumer. This buffer will reside in a region of memory that is shared by the producer and consumer processes. A producer can produce one item while the consumer is consuming another item. The producer and consumer must be synchronized so that the consumer doesn't try to consume an item that has not yet been produced. Two types of buffers can be used. One is the unbounded buffer, which places no practical limit on the size of the buffer. On the other hand, the bounded buffer assumes a fixed size. In this case, the consumer must wait if the buffer is empty and the producer must wait if the buffer is full. We are going to discuss about the concept of producer-consumer problem on the process synchronization chapter. Thank you.